anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense will have first crack at this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Spins away from the defender. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Florida Gators offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage. They can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Snagged in the middle, it's Henderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Caught over the middle, it's Davidson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. It's caught downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Abrams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Jackson going to throw it. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to it, fighting off the defender. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness to him.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Back to pass. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Kane. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Sweet cut there. He has the first and still on his feet. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Jackson will throw. He's got an open man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Breaks the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Here's the pressure. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Abrams. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Right back to the well. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short...
Turning it on! And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
To throw, it's Nolan. Got it in the middle, it's Henderson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down, looking for more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Patterson. There he goes. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Jackson gonna throw it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on fourth down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
No gain on the play.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Jackson will throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Auburn ready to put it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anthony. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that lap.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tiger! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Jackson gonna throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jackson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making them think really quickly and make a decision.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it. Touchdown, Florida! Fit it in the window for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Jackson will throw. Quickly complete. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
Auburn, 27, Florida, 16.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes to the right. Inside the touchdown, Tiger. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Auburn with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Wide open downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Gators are marching down the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. It just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Patterson. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football. Be physical.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 35 over Appalachian State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Nolan. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going back to the ground. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Right back to him on the ground. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Jackson will throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Russ. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Lost to throw again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times. You've turned the football over. Like, continue to play. Find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. A strike downfield. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting
Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off at the goal line. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Gators are in the hurry up. Jackson will throw. On target over the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
First and goal, Florida.
He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Wide open on the right. Past the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long and who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Jackson going to throw it. Now adjusting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never got into a rhythm.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99...